We got a brand new SSR coming to the game, guys. New events, tons of changes in the patch notes. Unfortunately, nothing major in terms of game economy and stuff. That's definitely something that they should address pretty damn soon, in my opinion. But we're going to go over the patch notes in just a second. First, I quickly want to talk about the summoning banner, right? So this is coming to an end in 1 day and 22 hours. So when we're going to have the reset for the events and everything else on Thursday, we should be getting the new summoning banner as well. And of course, all of the events are coming to an end. Now, these events, they were fairly good. So we have the Chaku Rings Adventure. Not necessarily the most rewarding event, but hey, at least right here at the top, once you've done 6 laps, you are accumulating some decent rewards. From the exchange shop, I found it fairly hard to be able to purchase a lot of goodies. So I picked up the red shadow print, I picked up the mental stabilizers, and the next thing that I'm planning to pick up tomorrow, and that will be the final thing that I will be able to pick up, of course, that will be the evolution letters. Okay, so that's about it. The rest of the things will pretty much be untouched because most likely I won't be getting more than 200-300 currency at tops. Would be nice if they would give slightly more in this event so we can at least purchase the summons, the shadow prints as well, you know, while we are leaving a few things untouched. Because some people say, Scratch, you don't have to purchase everything from the shop. Other people are like, yeah, I want to buy more things from the shop. Either way, this is one of the events. The other events are kind of like coming under limited time events. So we have the QB game, the Cyber Shadows, the Ethernet Rallies, kind of like an event. The what else in here? The Phantom Theater, but it's more of a challenge rather than events, right? So I'm not sure if the new event that they're trying to tease in the patch notes is going to be something similar with the Ethernet Rally, or is going to be something similar with the QB game, Cyber Shadows, the train that we had, and stuff like that. But I guess we're going to have to find out on Thursday. From what I understood, that is going to be a co-op game mode, which actually sounds pretty interesting. So, update patch notes preview, guys. To provide everyone with a better experience, Etheria Restart will undergo server maintenance on the 25th of the month. So, that's going to be Thursday, which is expected to last approximately 1 hour. During this period, hyperlinkers will be temporarily unable to log into the game. Please plan your gaming time accordingly. One thing that I need to do is create an account on the Asian server because that's the one that resets the first. So like that, I get to basically see everything in-game before it's actually released on the global server, right? You're going to get 200 Hydra Crystals as compensation. But the main thing, we have Yeli, the new constant SSR Animus. Now, I have been seeing rumors about this one for the last few days in Discords and stuff because it was posted a while ago. Basically, it's going to be a pretty interesting SSR that will be able to self-buff with increased crit rate, will deliver lethal strikes to enemies with continuous follow-up attacks after critical hits, very similar with what Rosa does, and she's going to be able to self-dispel. So if she has debuffs, I guess she's going to remove them. I'm not sure if all of them because they're not really releasing the kit. And she's going to have an AoE defense down, which is actually pretty damn powerful. More or less what Rosa does, but instead of decreased speed, is going to be defense down, which can be really, really good. Now, these SSRs are very hard to get, especially if you do not have a lot of freaking summons, okay? So I only have 8 Apex prototype summons. They are pretty costly, okay? So I'm not sure if we're going to be able to collect any more for free. One thing that I do know for a fact is that the arena shop for Live Arena actually had its reset today, and you will be able to pick up 5 from here this week alone. Okay, if you're doing all of your fights, but you need to get extremely lucky to get it because the banner will be exactly the same like the Messiah one, where you gotta reach 80 summons if you're unlucky to get it guaranteed. Now, on the 2 previous banners for Holden and Hoyan. I had to hit a mercy on each one of them. Hopefully, it sucked all of the bad luck to have good luck on this banner, okay? Hopefully. Either way, basically this will launch at the following times, guys, as you guys can probably notice. So this will be the first server to get it. It will last approximately 2 weeks as well as the regular ones. Now this unit will be added to the standard banner as well, but you're gonna have to be crazy lucky to summon her. Who knows? Maybe you're gonna get lucky and get her from there. Then we have new Animus outfits. Probably nothing interesting. Their skins really suck in the game because they're just basically changing their color. Nothing interesting to basically change a bit the clothing, the armor, the weapons, or whatever. Something to make it a bit more interesting. So I'm really not interested in purchasing skins as it is. New gameplay release. So we have the Cage Rumble. Basically, guys, this event will last from the 26th all the way to the 10th of July. So a bit more than 2 weeks, 15 days or something like that. Will automatically unlock on the second day after the update. So that's why it's going to last 1 extra day. It's not going to be available straight on Thursday, only from Friday. Cage Rumble is a multi-boss solo challenge mode designed for all hyperlinkers. You'll act individually to organize teams, freely combining your lineup to strategically take on a series of bosses in progressive battles. Earn battle will points based on your performance to claim generous rewards and compete on the leaderboard for higher rankings. I'm not sure why initially I understood yesterday, because I've seen some of the news released by them, and I thought that this will be like a co-op. Basically, you team up with somebody. But it seems like that might not be the case because you're individually. So you're just building multiple teams to basically go versus the bosses. Which, damn, can be pretty hard. Then, Anysync Echoes, stages 37 to 42 are now available. I'm still slacking on it. I need to push. New stage story. Animus Doki added. So I'm not sure if they're talking about this thing right here. Let me just see what I find the storyline, because I actually forgot. Is it somewhere here? Okay, so the main quest, maybe here. Because this is to be continued. Chapter 11. If that is the case, they should be adding more stages to the investigation XP as well, right? So we should have a new stage right here. If I understood it right. Maybe they're talking about something different, but new story stage should be that one, yeah. Then, they have some issue fixes. My god, I did not realize there's so many freaking bugs in the game happening at the moment. Fixed an issue where the remaining time display for the Cubic Game event entrance was incorrect. Fixed occasional display anomalies in the Cubic Game event. Fixed an issue where card description in Cubic Game could not be scrolled upward. Exactly, that's something that is annoying because you can never see what means at the bottom was the text. Fixed an issue where the remaining time display for the Shell Story event entrance was incorrect. Fixed certain random events in Shell Story not being triggered. Fixed an exception caused by entering non-compliant content via creating or editing Union instructions. Fixed an incorrect reset time display for Union quests. Fixed an issue where changes in Union members were not refreshed in real time. And the list is keep on going. Fixed an display error in the application time for newly applied members in the Union. Fixed an issue in the Union Anchor Raccoon where the boss Wyrm's self-upgrade skill was incorrectly shown as a buff in its description. Fixed an issue in the Anysync Echoes where some stages boss mechanics tips were inconsistent with actual effects. Dahlia, Shadowflame Hoyan, and Nikonana will now be affected by Dot. Good, because these bosses do become pretty damn challenging. Fixed an issue in Ethernet Rally where some stage boss mechanics tips were inconsistent with actual effects. In the Ethernet Core, Dahlia and Nikonana will now be affected by Dot. Then, corrected an error in boss Sharon's mechanic tips in the link section of Ethernet Rally. Sharon in the link section is not immune to all debuffs. The description has been updated to state she is immune to all control effects except Taunt. Fixed an issue in the Amber track where Animus could gain a small amount of experience upon stage victory. Oh my god. This is one of the biggest issues we have in the game. Gaining a bit of XP while we are doing Amber Track. Oh no! It needs to stop right now because that is illegal. Not fixing a bit the economy where your Etheria coins are just gone in a second after you farm everything. That's still one of the most busted economy in any game I've played. So recently I was playing a different game, King Arthur. Now really an anime gacha, right? But it's still a gacha game. And everything in there needs you to use the freaking silver, the universal currency that's used to level up gear and all that stuff. And my god, I thought that it was bad in that game. Well, it's so much worse in this game. So this is something that they definitely need to basically address and find out, come up with a solution. Either drop in a dungeon from where we can farm the Etheria coins at a very cheap stamina cost, like 5 stamina per run, and give us a bunch of Etheria coin. This is not something that will get fixed in the future. I'm seeing a lot of people saying that no, it's just because we're at the beginning and we're leveling up gear, and that's one of the main issues. Guys, this will never end. It doesn't matter if you are playing the game for one freaking year and you're farming it, you're still going to burn that Etheria coin in seconds when you level up a few pieces of gear. The main issue is that a lot of the gear that you're getting will require you to check it to see if it gives you the right rolls, okay? And that will eat a lot of these Etheria coins. Yes, the problem won't be as big, but it's still going to persist. It's not something that's going to change, because even now, when we are farming, let's just say I'm farming 100 pieces of gear. From those 100 pieces of gear, I end up in keeping 5. And this will not change in 5 years either, because once again, we're going to farm 100 pieces of gear, and maybe instead of keeping 5, you're going to end up in keeping 3, right? But this is a problem that will persist. So they definitely need to balance this economy. Fixed an issue where certain cards did not take effect against the boss Shadow Flame Hoyan in Amber Track. I mean, seriously, that boss is pretty annoying. That boss is pretty damn annoying, and it seems like it's really bugged. Fixed an issue in Amber Track where summon monsters could not be affected by cards. Another thing that is pretty annoying. So there's so many bugs, and that's why a lot of these game modes are more challenging than they should be. Fixed an issue where the battle countdown timer displayed anomaly in Fearless Arena. Fixed an issue in Fearless Arena where some arena badge tasks did not reset properly. Fixed a navigation error caused by rapidly tapping in the Etheria formation screen. Fixed an issue in Summit Arena where inviting a player to a room would incorrectly display that the invitee was offline. Fixed an issue in Summit Arena where player ranking were not displayed completely. Fixed an conflict issue that could occur during continuous battle. Fixed an anomaly display issue where certain buff cards in Infinity Train. So they're basically going to bring that stuff back. Fixed a display issue caused by existing directly from the formation screen in the Infinity Train. Correct a discrepancy in the wild buff displayed in and skill description for Nikonana in Grim Pursuit. It should increase damage by 15% every 2 actions. Corrected the skill name for boss Rengokutsu in Grim Pursuit. So many things, okay? So many things. And unfortunately, as I've mentioned, nothing really related to the in-game economy, right? I'm still really thinking that these Inferno stages are bugged, okay? Nikonana, for example. So, if you guys watched the video, I had like 250% effect accuracy on my character. I had an effect on the passive, on the shell, that gave me 40% more to start with. So that was 290% effect accuracy. I was getting resisted like 60-70% of the time. Then, even before that, I brought in Marvel. He landed a decreased resistance. I was still getting resisted in the exact same freaking way, which means that there must be a bug. There's no way in hell I need to have freaking 400-500 effect accuracy, because that is just not possible for the game. At least not at the moment. Like, no matter how I'm looking at the gear, it's just not possible to accumulate so much accuracy on my units. Even though I have the decreased resistance, I'm still getting resisted with 250 plus effect accuracy, which really means that there is some form of a bug that either they haven't discovered yet, either not sure to be more specific, right? Because, hey, I'm not a coder, I'm not a game developer, but something odd is happening there. Then, animus and shells. So there are a few different issues in here as well. Hellkid was basically not increasing the Shroud Barrier shield amount. Fix the potential desynchronization issue for buff notification of Animus Lilith's skill, Graceful Finale, and Tea Time. Fixed an abnormal target issue when Animus Viper's passive and counterattacks effects triggered each other. Fix the prowess system for some skills of Animus, Messiah, Lilith, Heinrich, Klaus, and Catch the Guard, ensuring that correct stat increase is applied. So maybe the stats were not getting applied. Fix the display issue with attribute updates when removing modules in equipment presets. Fix number misalignment issue on all the shell upgrade interface. Fix the display order of attacks and defense on the shell upgrade panel. Alicorn could not correctly dispel the silence effect. That's something that I've noticed as well, because I'm trying to be that freaking boss on the Amber track and it's just so annoying. And I need to do it ASAP. Fixed inconsistency between the buff tips and skill description for Shell, Golden Lion, and Revelation. Fixed an issue where Shell Amber would fail to trigger upon death while under a control effect. Fixed a special case where Shell Amber could prevent a character from dying. And corrected the faction affiliation for Animus Mio. Then it's just game languages and some other stuff that's not really as important for the actual gameplay, right? Optimization and adjustments for the United Front. Now, there were quite a few different things in there, so it's good that they are already working on it. They simplified the world map information and improved overall visual presentation. Added battlefield interface information. One thing that I would love to see, maybe in here because I haven't read it yet, is basically you're doing 2, 3, 4 fights, right? You have 5 fights available in the game mode. So I struggled to remember which freaking characters I've used, right? So I would love to have somewhere an option where you can actually just click on this freaking game mode and basically have somewhere right here on the left corner or wherever, a tab that will show you what units you used in your previous fights. If not, you're going to have to basically go and check each one of the freaking buildings that you've attacked. You might not even remember which buildings you attacked. So a clear sign at least to show you which building you attacked or something to be a bit more helpful will definitely be a good life improvement. Then, what else we have right here? Vice presidents could not remove members during the formation phase, so they fixed that issue. They give a bit of more control power to clan leaders. Optimize the contribution ratio of co-op points from core strongholds and others. And the main thing, which I'm really, really curious, increase daily quest rewards. Hopefully they're giving us more stamina and other goodies from there. Adjusted how monthly supply card daily rewards are distributed. You never know if you get them, to be honest. Like, you're logging in the game, I never know if I'm getting those rewards. For all we know, we might not even get them, unless we're counting how many gems we have every single day, right? So, yeah, there are quite a few things happening. Hopefully soon they will address some of the economy issues that we have in the game. And let's quickly watch the trailer for the new character, guys, because we did not do that just yet. Unfortunately, they are not showing the skills, but most likely they will tease it tomorrow or later today. Okay, so she's looking for Marvel. That looks so fake. She shot that arrow and it literally went through nobody, and all of a sudden it just dropped down. Now this is a good animation here. Is this like some new boss maybe, huh? Holden? That's not Holden, is it? Doesn't look like that. A beauty wouldn't like it so rough. I bet she wouldn't. The animation looks pretty cool for her attack. But that's pretty much it. They're not really showing anything else, right? So it's gonna be a constant SSR. Hopefully, we're gonna get lucky and get her without having to reach the freaking Mercy, because my god, that is painful. And this is, I would say, the very first pay-to-win banner that they are bringing into the game. She could potentially be a monster in PvP because she can cleanse herself. So if she has a passive that will allow her to cleanse herself before she takes a turn, she's going to dump hard on crowd control units or anything like that, right? So I'm very, very curious to see her actual skill set. We might be in for a treat, maybe a new PvP beast. Either way, guys, that was pretty much everything for this video. I will be dropping, most likely, a different video later on today, and that should be a guide on one of the shelf boss, Sharon Inferno. We're going to talk about that as well in today's video. I still haven't figured out a couple of teams for Shadow Flame Hoyan and Rango Kutsu. I haven't really tried either because I was really focusing on Nico Nana yesterday, but today we are moving on to Sharon. Then we're going to see what we can do with the other bosses. And I need to get some lattice to actually move on to Inferno for my Terrormaton, Doki Doki, and Aurora. Because I'm pretty ready with the units. And the builds, I would say they're fairly decent. I just need some more freaking lattice. Story of our life, guys. Either way, appreciate all of you guys watching. If you enjoyed the content, smash a like, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, help with that YouTube algorithm, guys, and I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.